Hey everybody, I just wanted to put together a quick video, sent to all the coaches on our team, and catch you up on a few things that are going on within our business, and just make sure you guys are utilizing everything that you can within our business to help grow yours. So first off, I just want to say some of you I talk to on a regular basis. You know who you are. Some of you I've talked to in the last little bit. Others I haven't talked to in a while. So this is to all the coaches on our team. And I wanted to start by saying, we all have clients that, sometimes run into roadblocks. And I parallel this to coaches as well. As a coach of some clients that the easy times are when the patient or the client first gets on program and starts losing weight, and everything's great, and you're doing your check-ins, and they're calling in, they're happy, and they've lost a bunch of weight, and everything's going great. But we've all experienced this part in their journey. They either have a tough week, or they quote unquote cheated, or whatever happens, they stumble. And if you're like me, that's kind of when we start losing contact with them. And I see a parallel with coaches in this same light. When we first start our business, some of us, we just blow up right away. We have either a wow factor or a Facebook post or whatever. A bunch of our friends right in the beginning are ready to get healthy, and boom, our business takes off. And then things start to settle down, and we have to roll up our sleeves and go to work. And then, folks, I don't know what your personal reason was to get into coaching, and you do, and whatever it is, that's fine. But if you're at a point right now where your business isn't where you want it to be, there are a number of tools out there that can help you move forward. And one of the biggest things, one of the things I want to stress the most is you're not alone. This is a team. We're all part of, whether you know it or not, we're all part of the Fisk family. And just like our clients, when we talk to them in the beginning, that this program is different because they get support. And we can only support the people that allow us to support them. And that goes for coaches too. So I just want to reach out and tell everybody that's getting this today, guys, we're here for you. I'm here for you. Dr. Leslie has a couple coaches getting this. Dr. Leslie's there for you. And Dr. Leslie will be the first one to tell you, you can call me if you have problems, and everyone has my information. And if you don't, private message me on Facebook, and we'll get it. But I just first off wanted to tell every single one of you that's getting this, you're not alone. And building a business is tough sometimes. And we all reach these points in life where we hit these hurdles, and it's tough. And the great thing about our business is we have a bunch of people to help us. So just take that in mind. I did a training in Atlanta not too long ago on personal development, and I started it by saying this. What I've found is that all of us have certain attributes and skills that get us to a certain level without really even trying, okay? And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be building a business. It could be playing a sport. It could be, baking a cake. I don't care what it is. We all have certain attributes that'll get us there, just natural ability. Then, like, let's say for this business, you may get some tricks of the trade, some little tips, and that'll help you get a little higher. But at the end of the day, folks, and this was my topic when I was in Atlanta, if you want to reach a different level, you have to change. You have to develop. There are certain things within you that you have to change. And I personally went through this, in September when I sold my practice, there was a big shift in my life, and I had to address this, and I had to look at and evaluate where I was and where I wanted to be and what I had to do to get there. So there's an old saying, if you want things to change, you must first change. So I just wanted to say that and to reach out with you and tell you that we have a number of different things going on right now, and I wanted to catch you up on all of that. First and foremost, I'm just going to talk about Facebook really quick, and most of you have seen this and understand. From this point until further notice, our coaching site is Power Losers. That's Kim's site. She started it. And essentially what that's for is for all the coaches. If you get a new coach, you want to put them in there. And this Facebook page is going to give you and keep you updated on all the goings on. I would suggest that you check that, once or twice a day. Everyone's on Facebook pretty much. I see most everyone that's getting this today, you post at least once or twice a day on Facebook, so you're on there. So make sure you go on to Power Losers and just see if there's any announcements going on. The second one is client. Our client site is Starting With Me. So if you get a new client, put them in Starting With Me. And the more active you are in those groups, the more you're going to get out of it. But make sure when you put your clients in there, give them a shout out and follow that. You see other coaches putting them in, give them a shout out as well. It just creates a great camaraderie and a sense of family. I had a very good meeting with Kim not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. She had a small get together here in Nashville with about 6 or 7 of us coaches, and it was really neat. And what she was telling us was, some of you may have heard the term that she's used in the past, health church. And, most of us down here in the South, that doesn't offend us, but apparently it offends some other people, or they take it the wrong way. But she's reconfigured that and called it the Health Fortress. And what she means by that is, we have so much more to offer than a diet. I hope most of you know that by now. This isn't a diet. This is a lifestyle. This is a family. And the people that do best and get the best results with this program, they become closer and closer with their family. And that includes you as well. And what she means by the fortress is there's different levels of the fortress in getting into this. And the very beginning is something that we've been doing now. Some of you have taken part in this, and in the past, it's a work in progress, folks. I mean, you may have had some bad experiences with the challenges in the beginning, but they've really streamlined this thing, and it's really cool. And a lot of us coaches now, what we're doing is when we sign up a new client, we actually put them in, they're called the health games now. We put them in the health games as soon as they become a client. This lets these people know that they're not alone. Now, the Facebook groups are good, and I'm, I don't want to downplay them too much, but I think they've played their part. The health games is something where they're more active. They have to get on there every day to get points. Now, the points aren't hard to get, but it reinforces what they're supposed to be doing each day, and it's really cool. For a $20 entry, as long as they get their points and reach their goal, which they can either choose to lose 4%, or they can choose to just stay the same and maintain their weight. If they do that, they'll get their money back and some. I'm now going, July will be my 6th or 7th challenge, and I've got $75 or $80 left in my account right now, and I'm just rolling the money back into the games, and it's not cost me a dime since my first $20 that I put in. So the thing I like about these things is they have different messages each day. There's stuff from Dr. A's ebook, and the clients that I've put in it love them. because it takes a bit of a load off us as coaches to make sure we're checking in, make sure they know the little stuff. If they're getting on there and they're reading these things, they're getting way more support than we could ever give them ourselves. And that was one of the things that Kim was thinking about when she put these things together. A lot of coaches, as they get more and more clients, one of their biggest stresses is, keeping up with these people. And we all know it's tough to stay in touch with clients sometimes. They're busy, we're busy, whatever. But this is just another level of helping these people. So if you haven't tried the health games, I can't stress enough, enter the health games yourself and play for a month. If you don't have any weight to lose, you can go in, sustain your weight for the month. You'll get your money back and some. It won't end up costing you anything. But even still, what you'll see how it's set up, and I think it's a great tool for new clients to get in and see what we are all about. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about was go-getter calls. Now, again, this goes back to the help that you get. Now, some of you talk to your mentor coach, some of you talk to me. There's another level, the go-getter call, and I'm actually hosting one here in about 30 minutes. It's 10 o'clock Monday morning when I'm doing this, but this is a national call. There's coaches in our family, in the Fisk family, that get on there, and we talk about what's going on with your business. We catch people up. It's very interactive to figure out, hey, what's going on with your business? What are your struggles? Because guaranteed, there's 10 other people that are having those same struggles. So don't fret. This is a business. You're a business owner. Building a business is tough. Now, we're blessed to have one of the highest producing coaches in Take Shape for Life as our mentor, and she passes that down to us, and I have learned so much from her, and not only her, and I'm talking about Kim, but the rest of the family. I was talking to one of the coaches from Utah the other night. I have met so many people within the Take Shape for Life family, and if you're just in your little bubble right now, this helps you get out and find out who's out there on our team, and the relationships you're going to get are unbelievable. So if you're interested in a go-getter call, they're on Mondays at 10:30 in the morning. I'm talking Central Time because most of y'all are on Central Time. Wednesdays at 8 o'clock at night. Thursdays at 8 o'clock at night. Now, the Thursday at 8 o'clock at night is called a high five call. Now, some of you on here might be better served by that one if you haven't reached senior coach yet, and they work on some of the fundamentals and the basics of building the business. Now, and I say that, you may have been an executive director and your business has come down and now you want to rebuild it, or you got there some other way than the basics. You can go on that too. I'll be honest with you, I've been on all the calls. I learned something from all of them. And if you're a seasoned coach and you're getting coaches now, that's a great call to get on and listen to the questions that some of these newer coaches ask, because when you start training new coaches, we all get to a certain level and we forget how we got there sometimes. So this is a good kind of a refresher to get on. Another thing that we're doing that Kim has postured, and she's got an incentive on this, you can win money if you do a lot of these, are three-way calls. And what a three-way call is this. As a coach, obviously we all have coaches. So in my case, if I bring on a new client, within the first month, and I like trying to do it within the first 2 weeks of that client signing on, I get on a call, and you should be checking in with these people pretty regular anyway in the beginning. First 3 days, you should check on them until they get into fat burn, and then at least once a week after that, right? So what I do is I get on a call with them and I say, hey, just to let you know, we coach as a team, and I'm not the only coach on this team, and I don't know everything. And if I do need to use another resource, I have a coach, and my coach is Kim Fisk. So I'd love for you to meet her, and I get her on a three-way, and Kim introduces herself, and everybody gets to know everybody. What we're doing is showing these people right from the get-go the sense of community that we have within our company. And very, very strong. I did 2 the other day with a coach, and it's awesome. The client loves that. The client loves to know that there's more than one person in their corner. And so if you haven't done them, or you need more explanation on them, you can get a hold of me and we'll talk about it. And if your coach doesn't feel comfortable doing it, I'll do them with you, no problem. If you don't want me to, we'll figure someone out to do that call with you. But I'm just going to tell you right now from experience, I've done them with my own clients, I've done them with coaches and other clients, and it is awesome. Another thing that we're doing right now, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, when it first came out, I thought, this sounds like a pretty good idea, whatever. But it's something called Phone Busters, and if you've been on Power Losers at all, you see all these things. Well, let me tell you what these are. Now, you may or may not be like me, and having a home-based business is awesome. The worst thing about having a home-based business, though, is you're at home, and there's a million things to do at home all the time. And if we've got certain things to do, it's always easy to push, especially with this, push it back and do whatever else in our house needs to be tended to. So what Kim has put together is something called Phone Busters, and this is pretty cool. What it is it's an hour block, a 1 hour block, where you get on a Zoom call, and we have a little meeting before. It's about a 5-minute meeting before we get started. And the leader comes on and says, okay, here's what we're going to do. And essentially all you're going to do is get on the phone and start calling either, leads that you have, getting the word out, collecting yeses, if you've heard that terminology, instead of getting the word out, interested scripts, whatever. Okay, essentially you're going to work for an hour. And what this does, and I've been on 2 or 3 now, and I've already got one slotted. Once a week I'm on it for sure, and there's another one I try to get on depending on my timing. But what it does is it makes you stay focused for an hour. And there's usually anywhere between 15 or 20 people on these calls. So essentially you're in a virtual office. So you're at work. So that's an office hour that you can set aside. Now, if you don't have that right now, I cannot stress enough, this would be awesome for you. Say, okay, 1 hour a week, here's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to sit down and call people. And now you can call clients, you can call, like I said, existing clients, old clients, inactive clients, whatever. But this is just a time for you to go to work. And I'll just say this, every time I've been on, that hour is probably one of the most productive calling times that I've had since I started this business. And it's just weird how you get focused just for that hour. Now, the times for Phone Busters are Tuesday nights at 8. Again, I'm saying Central Time. Tuesday night at 8, Wednesday afternoon at 1, and then Thursday night at 6, and again at 9 o'clock. So, check into that if you haven't done it. I really think it will help your business. And essentially, it just puts you in a different state. And when you see 15 or 20 other people working, you do one of 2 things. Either shut your computer off or you go to work. So again, that's your choice. I just want to let you know about these tools that are out there. The last thing I want to talk about is National Convention. National Convention is coming up very soon. A few of you are registered, I know. I've talked to you and are planning on going. Some of you I don't know and I haven't talked to. So let me tell you about National Convention. This is the biggest convention of the year. This is where you will see all the leaders of the company. More importantly to me, this is where I see the rest of my family from all over the country that I've grown to know and love in the last 3 years. this is a special group of people. And if you haven't got to a big event yet, this is it. This is the biggest. It's in Orlando, Florida. Most of you on this that are getting this right now are in the Southeast. I know it's short notice for some of you because it's a couple weeks away, but if there is any way you can get to that and you really want to build your business, I suggest highly that you go to that. Figure out how you can go. If this is something that you really want to do, if this is a passion of yours, get a hold of me and we'll talk about it. And if you have no idea what it's about, get a hold of me and let's talk, because this could be a game changer for you. That's all I got to say about it. I mean, it could be a game changer for you. The last thing I want to talk about is summer. And summer can get frustrating for some. Now, others, it's not. It's funny. There could be a trickle-in effect for some people. Some people blow up in the summer. A lot of people, it slows down a bit just because people are off schedules and everything else. You know, kids are out of school. They're on vacations. They're hard to get a hold of. Anyway, long and the short, remember this. August, kids go back to school, okay? June and July are planting seasons, and you have to plant to grow, okay? This is a great time to talk to people. I've got a handful of people that I've talked to that said, you know, I just need things to settle down. I've got 3 people that want to start this Friday for whatever reason. I talked to them about a month ago, but this Friday is when they want to start. Don't get frustrated if you're not harvesting right now. It's okay. Continue to plant your seeds with these people. Continue to talk to people, because like I said, right around the corner comes August, when everything settles down with a lot of people. That's when they like to get back on track. The summer, they let themselves go and they step on the scale when the kids go back to school and they go, oh man, what happened? So keep that in mind and don't get frustrated. I'm going to close on that, folks. I'm going to try to do a couple of these a month and get them to you. I'd really like to talk to any and all of you at any given time. My cell phone is 615-278-6623. Shoot me a text anytime, please, and we can talk, and I'd love to help you get to the next level or get to where you want to be. Have a great Monday, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.